Welcome back to my channel, and in this video we're heading to Paynes Prairie Preserve in Micanopy, Florida, the state's first preserve and 22,000 acres of wild, untamed beauty. We're here to escape for a while and to step away from the reality that we're in Gainesville for all the wrong reasons, and instead lose ourselves in nature. We're starting off the year right, searching for wild horses and bison, the only place in Florida where they still roam free. This land has changed over time, once a massive lake and now a vast prairie, home to alligators and over 270 species of bird. There are endless open skies here. For now, it's just us, the trail, and the hope of something wild on the horizon. So tighten up those laces and let's get on that trail. Adventure is waiting. Paynes Prairie is located in north central Florida, just outside of Micanopy and right near Gainesville, bordered by US 441 and I-75. If you're the outdoorsy type, this is a place you can spend the whole day with friends or family. Welcome back to Dudes and Dudes, and in this video we are at Paynes Prairie Preserve in Gainesville, Florida. Never been here. It is New Year's Day, and let's get it started. Welcome to the new year. What do you say, Ellie? You say, let's go for a hike. We are currently on, this place is huge, by the way. We're on the lake trail. So this one should be pretty scenic along the side of the water. Right. Lake trail, right along the lake. Hey, get out of there. Sidewalk only. Sidewalk only. Come on, sidewalk only. Wow, look at that. Is that like a swamp owl? Watch out for gators. Let's go up here. Okay, let's see what it says. Ooh, the top predator. You better watch out for alligators. You got raccoons. These trails are pet friendly, but you do have to ask in the beginning where you enter which ones are safe for your pets. Wait. So maybe we'll do a little bit each day and see what we explore and see. Very pretty. Lots of Spanish moss hanging from the trees, which we're used to. And then, come on, we gotta watch out for more alligators. Okay, very good. See anything? Let's go see.
One day, like a tidal wave, a hurricane, like a thunderstorm, the pouring rain, it comes rolling in, and right away, oh, it hits you.
You can hear an owl somewhere out there. I don't know, maybe it's a type of bird, like a dove or something, but can you hear it? Yeah, definitely hooing. Let's keep walking. Since this is such a big park, there are a lot of amenities here. So you can actually camp here. You have to find the campgrounds on the website, but there's a lot of really nice picnic areas. They have grills. They have public restrooms. There's a boat ramp and lots of covered garbages. And then we're on the lake trail, so let's go this way, Ellie. And keep moving. See what we can find. Okay, we gotta watch out for snakes and crocs, okay? Snakes and alligators. And snakes on a plane. Let's go. All right, so this part of the trail is completely just ground cover. So no, we're not gonna go, we're gonna stay on the trail. If you're with your dog, you wanna make sure they stay safe. So we stay on the trail, right, Ellie? Stay on the sidewalk. No, come on, let's keep walking. Never hiked in Florida before. I mean, we did little trails over in Vero Beach, but I have to say that the wooded trails, they have these ground cover palm trees. I think they call them razor palms. And it kind of makes you feel like you're on a Caribbean island. What do you think? You think it's like, you feel like it's like Caribbean islands? Like Pirates of the Caribbean. They're just everywhere. Look at this. Look at that, palm trees. Wow. And there's more here. And then there's huge, huge live oak trees with lots of Spanish moss and vines. Kind of creepy, actually. No, we're not gonna go in there. Come on. Got a badger here who just wants to go into the woods. She's always been an explorer. Ever since she was a small puppy, she would want to burrow into little holes and cracks in furniture. It's just Ellie. You're doing good, girl. Let's keep going. Gotta get our steps in. But so far, first impressions, Paynes Prairie Preserve, Lake Trail. I would say this is probably a 9 out of 10. The guy said it was a little bit of sun, a little bit of shade. So we almost did the chakalaka, whatever it's called. But maybe we'll do that next time. This time we'll stay on the lake trail. We gotta watch out for wildlife, okay, Ellie? Don't need another accident. So we are currently in Micanopy. Micanopy? And this park is known to have bison and wild horses. So if we see any of those today, I'll be blown away. So let's keep walking, Ellie. Looks safe from here. Trail is clear. It's like we're on a prairie. It's almost like there's like hedge or like grass cuts in the dirt. So it almost looks like a wagon would go down this way. Check it out. Come on. I'm sure it's just a car or truck, but it's so quiet out here that feels like you've gone back in time. Get out of there. Sidewalk only. People say that there's no time travel, but if you find the right experience, it's like going back in time. And the landscape tells a story of a bygone era. It's pretty. This is a pretty place. So glad that they made it a preserve. Otherwise, it'd probably be built on. Florida just builds and builds and builds. So this will be a place that is saved for everyone to enjoy. So everybody wants to know, how is Ellie doing? So far, Ellie is doing fantastic. We weren't sure what to expect because the way that her mass is positioned in her skull, there's been some swelling, and you know, we want to make sure that there aren't any lifestyle changes for her. And so we were worried at first, but because they're giving her many doses of like low radiation, that it's not impacting her yet. Next week will be the first week where she gets 5 full treatments instead of having a break for the holidays. So But otherwise, she's doing great, and I'm so glad we can share this experience in Gainesville together. You're walking so good. Gotta get your steps in and stay healthy, baby. You're doing so good. Proud of you. Such a strong girl. We may have made it to the end. Let's see. Walking along the lake trail at Paynes Prairie Preserve, we're surrounded by towering oaks draped in Spanish moss. Their branches sway over the quiet waters of Lake Wahlberg. This 22,000-acre preserve is Florida's first state park and home to constantly shifting landscape. Sometimes flooded, sometimes dry, once even a big enough lake for steamboats in the 1800s. Wildlife tends to thrive here. Alligators lurk in the shadows, great blue herons glide overhead, and wild roaming bison and horses, the only place in Florida that you'll find them, graze in the distance. The prairie's alive. It's a living piece of Florida's history and nature, reminding us to slow down and take it in. All right, we're now on our way back. It was like 3/4 of a mile. Very scenic, beautiful path, and we're heading back. Ellie's doing well. Stopped for some water and beautiful trees all around. And one of the largest trees I've seen on this hike. It's gigantic. And there's actually another tree there. Kind of looks like they're together, but huge. Huge tree. And then there's a palm tree reaching through. Look at that. So cool. It is winter time, so there are a couple rules and tips to keep you safe here. If you have a dog, they must be on a leash. Also, it's winter time right now, so it's about 70. However, in the summer it can be very hot, so be sure to bring sunscreen with you, as well as lots of water. You can be dehydrated very quickly here in 80 to 100 degree weather with 100% humidity, like 90% humidity. Definitely something you need to keep in mind. No bison yet. Didn't think I'd see a bison. We are familiar with them though. I would also say this is probably an easy hike to start on here at the park. It's literally linear, it goes straight forward, so there's no switchbacks or alternate trails that could confuse you. It's very easy, simple. There are hawks circling above us, or eagles, or could be a vulture, can't really tell from here. But there was a beautiful white, like dove looking bird that just flapped through the amenity area here. And yeah, very peaceful. There's a guy kayaking out there. Beautiful. Out here in nature, everything feels just simpler. Quiet but not empty. The wind moves through the trees, the water ripples, and life carries on, uninterrupted. It's a reminder that no matter what is happening in our own world, the globe keeps on spinning. Standing here, I feel the weight of my thoughts, the uncertainty of the path ahead, but in this space, surrounded by something much bigger than myself, I realize I don't have to have all the answers right now. Nature doesn't rush, and maybe I don't have to either. Every rustling leaf, every distant bird call reminds me that life is about movement, about change. Just like the seasons shift, so will the moment. In all of this stillness, I find a little bit of clarity, knowing that in time, everything will fall right into place. All right, well, that's the end of the lake trail. We stopped and talked to a couple on the trail, and they said that we should go check out the observation tower. So we think it might be pet friendly. So from the top, we could see some animals. So let's head there now. All right, we made it to the tower walking trail. There's a little bit of a trail, and saw some pups, so looks like it's pet friendly. The park features 8 trails covering 30 miles, including the Observation Tower Trail and the Lachua Trail. Both are great for wildlife viewing. I do want to point out it is not pet friendly on the Lachua Trail. All right, we made it to the visitor center. Looks really nice. Looks like a big giant roof with a big observation window in the back. So let's go in and look at it. All right, visitor center is closed, so we'll have to visit there next time. But it was small, which was at a really nice observation area to look at. All right, we've made it to the observation tower. So let's go up. They even have a handicap entrance to make it easy for Ellie. Very good. You know the way. Very nice. Very pretty. Let's see what this says over here. Oh, and there's puppies walking. There's puppies walking there. Here, wait for me. Wait, 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 wait. Okay. The observation tower at Paynes Prairie stands 50 feet tall, offering stunning panoramic views of the prairie's vast wetlands and grasslands. From the top, you might spot wild horses, bison, alligators, and soaring birds like sandhill cranes or bald eagles. We didn't see any horses or bison at the top here, but it could be just that it was late in the day. It was getting ready to close, actually. Accessible via short trail from the visitor center, the tower is the best place to take in the ever-changing landscape of this 22,000-acre preserve. Whether for photography, wildlife spotting, or just a moment of reflection, it's a must-stop in the park. You want some water? Where? Want water? Let's sit on this one. Up. Oh, quiet. And that is the observation window there. Okay, it says the park closed at 5:45 today, so this will be our last stop. It's after 4. And so far, pretty nice. This one has a nice little sidewalk we can go on, and supposedly we can see some wildlife. Ellie is walking so good today. She's being a good girl. Only barked at one little kid. Overall, A++, 2 gold stars. On the way out of the park, we actually were treated to a significant wildlife viewing of a beautiful American bald eagle, which is now the official symbol of America. And for whatever reason, I'm not just sure, but the bald eagle is one animal that I have seen more of in more places, and I'm not sure why. Maybe this is my land spirit animal, because we once had one drop a fish on our lawn. We saw them in Alaska. I've seen them in Florida. I've seen them in New York. I see them flying over my house. So who knows? Wow. Bald eagle nests are quite impressive, and I give them so much credit for building such a great home. Their nests are called eyries, and they built them in tall trees. They can reach up to 10 to 15 feet wide and weigh over a ton. They primarily eat fish, but they also eat small mammals and other birds even. They can live up to 30 years in the wild, and they can weigh up to 14 pounds. Their wingspan is 6 to 7.5 feet. Beautiful, beautiful birds. Just saw a bald eagle cleaning his feathers and calling out. So amazing. Probably the highlight of the day. Didn't think I would see that. Thought we were done after the watchtower, but you never know. It's always a surprise around every corner. It's those type of moments that makes getting out into the world so worth it. And with that, hope you enjoyed our trip to Paynes Prairie Preserve. We'll be back. We're going to check out some new trails, and Happy New Year. If you enjoyed this, hit that thumbs up, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.
We